If you pull it up on your phone real quick, you can see what it looks like.
That's too much.
All right.
Because if I gotta look at my phone, then I can't be on Twitch. I can't do two things at once, obviously.
Oh, yeah, I'm saying pull Twitch up on your phone just to see what the screen looks like, jackass.
Oh man, I don't really care. All I care about is the thing. That's all I really care about.
Oh my god. Just send this tweet out real quick.
Where's my phone? Wow, I'm literally staring at my phone saying, "Where's my phone?"
Why is the volume on my phone for clicking buttons? All right. And ready to hit record when you are, Brian.
All right. You ready?
Mm-hmm. Right. Ooh, that's loud. 1, 2, 3.
Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to We Don't Know What We're Talking About. This is real news, bullshit opinions, collection of unneeded thoughts and observations. I'm one of your hosts, Brian Davis, a.k.a. Mr. Bad. Here with me, as always, is my co-host, Jacob Wolf, a.k.a. the Wolfman.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Hey, Brian, stop it real quick. 1 sec.
Wow.
Fucking Audacity, man. It worked fine 2 minutes ago. Now it's acting like it's not working.
The audacity.
1 sec. Why is it doing this all of a sudden? Let me just close it. Let me just close it.
Working perfectly.
Yeah. Always. Fucking always. We can never just be both ready to go at the same time.
I was ready today.
Hey, you did it once. You did it once. Check it again, check it again. Okay, it's working now. I don't know why the fuck it's... Okay. Let me close it. All right, ready?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3.
Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to We Don't Know What We're Talking About. This is the real news, bullshit opinions, a collection of unneeded thoughts and observations. I am your host, Brian Davis, a.k.a. Mr. Bad, here along with my co-host, as always, Jacob Wolf, a.k.a. the Wolfman.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Jacob, this is episode
28.
28. What are we getting into this week, buddy?
Well, today we're going to be talking a little bit about Red Dead Redemption 2 coming out on next Friday. We're going to go over some new releases next week. Oh, yeah. Everyone's excited about that one. What else we got here? We're going to talk a little bit of college football. Of course, there's been a lot of shakeups. My West Virginia Mountaineers finally took the axe. Of course, the fucking Iowas. We'll get into that.
You can only be number one for so long.
Yeah. Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Yeah.
And also, I want to talk a little bit about Black Ops 4 because that's it's getting some interesting reviews. IGN went a different way with that, reviewing different modes as opposed to just reviewing the whole game. Kind of cool.
IGN as a company has just really been pissing me off lately. But they've just been doing a lot of annoying things that I don't know. I could be biased to the Kind of Funny guys because I really enjoy all their content. But
yeah, I feel you. Also, if we get a chance, I'd like to talk a little bit about Venom. I'm not going to spoil anything because I know you haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
But I would like to talk about how I feel about the reviews that it's been getting and my personal feelings on it, if we don't mind.
Okay. All right, that's what's up. Do we have any housekeeping? We have some housekeeping, right?
A little bit of housekeeping, yeah. So this is going to be the first episode for a lot of people, hopefully. As my co-host knows, a lot of y'all coming in might know, we just ran an ad on Red Dead Radio, hosted by... First ad. We got a great fucking deal on that too.
Yeah,
we couldn't even
pay to play.
Yeah, we couldn't even afford the first ad. So then he came back. He said, "Hey guys, because Jared Petty's fucking awesome."
Yeah, he's a good dude.
I've done research on how much an ad like this would actually cost. Jared hooked us up. Hooked us up real nice.
He's a good guy. You can tell he's like a real down to earth dude. He's just a normal guy. He's a normal guy like us. We just like to make dope shit and put it out. You can tell he's a cool guy.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We appreciate you, Jared Petty. Thank you so much. New friend of the show.
And for everyone that's coming in to watch us, we hope you stick around. We really appreciate you guys coming in and seeing what we have to say. And also just let you guys know that we also stream this show on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/BromoSapien. It's my personal Twitch account. Eventually, if we get this big enough, we will do a more company-style Twitch account, I'm sure. But hey, we got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah, and I'm just not super into streaming. I like to get into like a weird tunnel vision zone when I play video games. So
yeah, Brian's that guy that like wouldn't talk to you the entire time. Like he'll just sit there like with his mouth gaping.
Literally be watching me just play video games and like rapping to myself or laughing to something I'm listening to. Like I would not be very engaging with the audience whatsoever.
The only time he would get hyped with the audience is if he had like the fucking Lakers game on in the background or something. Like
oh God. Well, the King made it. The King made his debut last night in Portland.
Yeah, so they still came up a little short though, didn't they?
Yeah, they lost by 8, but you know what? It's not even a big deal. I'm not too worried about it. It's the first game. Anybody who is worrying about a regular season game before Christmas, you're a joke.
Yeah.
Because that's just not how the NBA works. Once you get past Christmas, then you get past the All-Star break and all the trade deadlines, then is when the NBA really starts to become serious. But I mean, look, this is LeBron's first year where he has no expectations. There's no expectations for LeBron.
Not even from LeBron himself, by the way.
No, exactly. He realizes what he has. Everybody realizes what he has. He's going to LA. He's still the king. He's still LeBron James, still the best basketball player on the planet. But it's a bunch of young guys. We could easily say this is like a chunk of the new wave of like great basketball players that he has. He has like a good amount of them.
New wave.
And next year he's going to be getting possibly Klay Thompson. I mean, not possibly. It's a high possibility he's going to get Klay Thompson. So it's like, I don't think if you're an LA fan or just a real basketball fan, people really aren't looking too much for the Lake. Like, they're going to be good. They're going to win way more games than they have the past 8 or 9 years. They're going to be good. They're going to make some splashes. I think they're going to surprise a lot of people, but they're not going to win it this year. This will be the last year we see Golden State fucking do what the fuck they do every year. But this will be the last year of that. And I think after this year, that Lakers team is going to be really dangerous, especially if they can pick up pieces next year. But
Brian, that's also not part of the housekeeping, Brian.
Well, you said the Lakers, so what do you want me to say? I mean, you got me on it. I don't have any other Lakers talk.
I just said the name Lakers, and you just fucking went on a fucking 2-minute rant about how they're going to be great.
Well, they just played last night, so it was the season opener, so now I don't have anything else to say.
Okay.
LeBron went off last night. I mean, that's all that really matters. So.
Well, Brian, do you mind if I tell the people where all they can find us real quick before we move on?
Where they can find us.
So, as I've mentioned before, the people can find us on Twitch, www.twitch.tv/BromoSapien. Then we also have our Twitter account at Bad Wolf Crew. We are on Instagram at Bad Wolf ENT. You can email us at badwolfentertainment910@gmail.com with all your questions, anything you want to hear us talk about, or any questions you have for us to answer. And of course, we have our Patreon, www.patreon.com/badwolfentertainment. So
I want all of the returning fans, returning listeners, and all the new listeners that we're hoping to get from our very first commercial or our very first ad, which honestly, we might not get any new listeners.
Yeah.
This could just be a fucking shot in the dark, but you know, why the fuck not? We went for it. We're trying to make some shit happen. But
gotta shoot that shot.
What I want everybody to go do is to go to Twitter right now and find the guys or the guy or the person, whoever owns the handle at BadWolfENT, and tell him to surrender the name so we can have it for the company.
Give it up.
Because I'm almost positive the account is not even active. It's not even being used. Like, it's not a thing. And we need the same handle for all of our stuff. So go bug whoever the fuck has that at BadWolfENT handle on Twitter, because we need that.
I'm pulling it up right now. He's following 3 people, 0 people following. His website is badwolfgames.net, joined back in August 2011.
No,
and
fuck this guy.
He sent one tweet out back in 2011 saying, "Today we joined the flock."
No, fuck this guy.
Yeah, fuck this guy. He's got to go, dude.
Everybody go to this guy's fucking Twitter, rape his fucking Twitter. I want you to fuck this guy's Twitter. I want this handle.
Actually, let's wait till next show to get the masses ready, because I could probably just send him a very polite message saying, "Hey, do you mind changing your name so we can take it?"
Look,
he might be a very understandable guy, and we're just going to destroy him for no reason here.
Your leader has spoken. Do what you must do. All right.
Okay. And your other leader's saying, "Calm the fuck down." So that's an idea of how this show's gonna be going. Just so you guys know.
He hasn't tweeted since 2011. He doesn't care about it. Obviously, his bad Wolf Gaming Network thing's not going well. So give me surrender. Everybody tweet him with just the word surrender.
Surrender.
All right. Surrender. Yeah. So
Oh shit.
What's been going on this week? Done anything cool?
This week my supervisor was out of the office, and I have been getting to work super early and staying super late every day. So I'm just fucking exhausted.
Smoke mad weed in the office when the boss is gone. That should be socially and morally acceptable.
We're not Canadian, Brian.
You know, it's like when the professor doesn't show up for like 15 minutes, and then technically you can leave the class.
Yeah, it still get counted.
It should be like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be like that.
Yeah, it'd be really cool, but your professor also doesn't give you a paycheck. So I mean, it's kind of the big difference there.
Tell that to Division I athletes.
They should get paychecks. If anything, those players are giving the professors paychecks.
Some of them are getting paychecks.
Could you imagine being a Division I athlete and a professor trying to like give you lip in class? Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I'll get you fired.
Like, I am the reason why you have money in your account right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you see me throw that touchdown pass? Like, just be the most arrogant athlete of all time.
I miss video games a lot. And I know that sounds weird, but I just haven't been playing any because nothing's out. I beat Spider-Man, obviously, weeks ago. And I just wish I had something else to play, but I don't.
Well,
luckily, I mean, I've been playing Octopath Traveler, but that's not really like a... You know what I'm saying? It's not like a...
It doesn't curb your enthusiasm, right? That's not the words I was looking for, but we'll take it.
Probably not. But other than that, I haven't really been doing anything. Been catching up on some shows and stuff, and been watching that American Vandal show on Netflix. It's kind of like
I heard it was really funny.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking funny as fuck. It's like a satirical like version of like a How to Make a Murderer type documentary. It's funny as fuck. It's good. Did you, before we get into the meat of the show here, of our little show here, did you check out that Aladdin teaser?
Fuck yeah, I checked out that Aladdin teaser. God, that was so good. You sent it to me. It was hard to avoid.
Yeah, what do you think about it?
Well, I mean, they didn't really show much, obviously. But I don't think they really needed to. I mean, like, obviously, everyone our age range, that fucking age 32 to, I guess we'll go with like 25, is all about this movie. Like, I can't...
You think so?
Yeah. Like, everyone's going to act like they're not, but the moment that first, like, actual trailer comes out, everyone's going to be like, yeah, I got to see this, Unless the trailer's just completely fucking whack. Like, unless it shows, like, if it shows, like, Will Smith, like, just fucking painted blue, acting like a jackass, then we might not want to, but...
I feel like these Disney live-action remakes, you're in, what, one of two groups. Either you're like, nah, fuck these things, like, I grew up with the cartoons... and that's fine with me, or you're like, or you embrace them, like, oh, okay, this is like a cool take, because obviously, like, these live action remakes are not for us. They're not for the people who grew up with those cartoons. They're like for a new audience, and cartoons aren't cool with kids.
Fucking tell that to Pixar, shit.
Well, I mean, but even so, like, Pixar movies are very smart.
Yeah,
and rich with like adult content.
Basically, you can't go back to the way Disney used to be.
That's what I'm saying.
Like it just wouldn't work now.
Cartoons just aren't cool. Like, Nickelodeon doesn't really have cartoons anymore. A Cartoon Network. I mean, they do, but it's just like, it's really shit that they're just rehashing over and over and over again. Cartoons just aren't cool. So obviously they're making these live action versions of these movies. So I'm on the group of I'm here for the live action remakes, but only for pop-in movies. Like, I don't want to see everything. Like, everything's whack. Like, right now, off the top of your head, name your top 5 Disney films. Cartoon films. Don't even think about it. Name your top 5 right now.
In no particular order: Lion King, Aladdin, Hercules, Fox and the Hound. Rounded that top 5 with Jungle Book.
I would say Lion King, Aladdin, Jungle Book, Hercules, and The Little Mermaid. I don't know why I like The Little Mermaid so much. I just fucking do.
Yo, I saw something the other day kind of like rang home for me. It was like, was Ursula really a bad guy, or did The Little Mermaid not read the fucking contract? Because apparently it clearly states that she's going to take your fucking voice in it. I watched that movie, like, I have not watched that movie since I was a kid. So, like, it really begged the question because I kind of remember that scene now, like where she's like pulling up the contract. She's like, "Hey, bitch!" Like it says, like you should have read it. Like I get your voice now.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, that doesn't
it's
really.
Weird. But anyway, like these movies obviously like are not made for certain people. They're just not.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm excited about. I am personally excited about about the movie. I don't think the trailer really showed much, but I don't think it's supposed to. I don't think we'll get an actual trailer probably until Captain Marvel, I would assume. Does that make sense? Disney movie,
When does Captain Marvel come out? May?
I thought it came out earlier. That's the only reason why I said that.
Yeah, because I think it comes out more like springtime next year. Cause, I mean, if it comes out like February, it makes sense.
In May,
I mean, what I would be surprised is, are we not getting another? Oh no, we already had our Star Wars movie this year. Solo already came out. Definitely. Yeah, I was thinking. Yep. I was trying to think of any other big releases coming out this year, but I can't think of a single movie coming out this year that actually will bring a lot of people to the theater.
What, coming out in 2018?
Yeah. Like Venom already came out. I mean, that's the big box office right now.
We're getting into holidays. I mean, The Grinch is going to be coming out with Benedict Cumberbatch.
That Grindelwald movie.
Grindelwald, which I still haven't seen the entirety of Fantastic Beasts. So
yeah, I just don't care.
It's like I don't really care about it.
Sherlock and Holmes movie with
looks kind of corny. Like I love Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly, but that one's just not like.
Yeah, it feels like it's almost a kid's version, at least from the trailer that I saw.
But I mean, 2019 is gonna be popping.
There's something coming out like on Christmas Day this year that I can.
Something always comes out on Christmas Day.
No, but it's like a bigger. I just saw a trailer for it when I went and saw Venom. It's gonna fucking bother me. I don't know.
We're talking about movies. You want to talk about Venom real quick?
Yeah, let's just get that out of the way.
I haven't seen it yet. I know I want to see. I just haven't had time. I know that it's getting way better ratings than. I mean, I know that people are saying it's way better than what the ratings say that it is. Yeah. Which, I mean, that doesn't surprise me.
Well, the reason why I think that is, I think if you saw it opening weekend, expecting it to be good, you're just going to be extremely disappointed. But I just don't.
Were people really expecting it to be good?
I think some people were. I mean, like, because we've had a whole new era of superhero movies. Like people forgot how bad superhero movies used to be.
Nothing from the trailer screamed to me, you need to see this.
Oh yeah.
It really screamed to me the Incredible Hulk.
Alert. Like
it looked like the Incredible Hulk, the original, like the very first image, or like really the second season,
which was the one that, the last movie where people were like, superhero movies are pretty lame.
Exactly, and that's what Venom looked like to me.
Yeah.
But I mean, you said that it was good for what it was.
Yeah. As long as
my brother has said it was really good for what it was. I've had other friends that say it was really good for what it was.
If you go in expecting a good movie, you are gonna be very disappointed. But if you go in with low expectations, just expecting to, watch Venom a little bit, like, it's not that bad. Like I mean, Tom Hardy, I like him as an actor, so I can't complain there.
His real voice.
Yeah, his real voice is like, it's really
bothers me.
He looks really a lot like, dude. He looks like Charlie Day. He looks like Charlie Day throughout this entire movie, from Always Sunny.
I mean, I know you're talking about, but his real life voice, like the voice that God granted him with, literally haunts my dreams.
It's not great. I'm just saying, but I mean, he can't do anything about it. So, or at least not now. He should fucking get some surgery on them cords.
Yeah, do something. Fuck.
Also, basically what I'm saying is, like, it should have been an R-rated movie. But it was PG-13, and that's where it really got kind of fucked. I mean, people want to see Venom as a villain less than they want to see him as this kind of semi-hero. They were playing up the anti-hero thing.
Well, I mean,
the poster said there's too many heroes. It's just that, like, this movie makes you realize that
he's kind of like Deadpool. It's like he is a hero. It's just maybe the way that he goes about things are very questionable.
Yeah, and if they had done it more like a Deadpool movie, it's like the
line of morality there.
It's like the movie didn't know whether or not it wanted to be a comedy or an action film. You know what I mean?
So it was trying to be Deadpool, but
but it failed
but
miserably.
darker.
Like everything that they tried came off kind of corny.
Yeah.
Like, and even like the part where Venom realizes like that, he wants to really. I'm not trying to spoil anything, so I'm not trying to give anything away. Like when Venom realizes like he wants to stay on Earth, it's like super like, where the fuck did this even come from? Like, it just seems like really out of place kind of thing. Overall, fun movie to watch. I'll probably watch it again when it's free on Netflix. But other than that, like,
think it's hitting Netflix? It's that bad? That bad? It's hitting Netflix.
It's gonna hit Netflix next week. But yeah,
I'm gonna check it out.
It is what it is.
I'm not in a big rush. I'm sure when I do check it out, I'll have thoughts. I'll tell you what I did watch over this week. I'll tell you 2 movies that I watched over this week that were just a piece of shit. Both of them. I've been trying to catch up on some films that I probably should have seen throughout the year that I just haven't seen. The Last Jedi was terrible. Up and down, that movie was terrible.
It was not the best Star Wars movie I've ever seen, that's for sure.
It was trash. And I'll tell you another movie that was trash. I didn't even finish it. I watched 3/4 of it, and I said, I'm not watching this anymore. And that was Jurassic Park, Fallen Kingdom.
Yo, you pissing me off about that?
That I told you that I was going to be bad before it even came out, and
I still purchased it?
It's going to be good. I love Jurassic Park.
And I started watching, I'm like, no. Yeah, I'll still watch it, I'm like, no.
That movie sucks. That movie's terrible. I'm sorry this is spoilery, but honestly, the best part of what I saw Jurassic Park, and it's actually a very sad, super emotional scene.
The very beginning, right?
When they're leaving the island and that fucking Brontosaurus Rex is like dying in the fire when like after the volcano explodes, and they're like fucking floating away, and you can hear the dinosaur like moaning, and it's like obviously like dying in the lava. That was the best fucking scene in the movie, and the dinosaur was dying.
I'm pretty sure you just made up that dinosaur name too. Brontosaurus Rex.
It's the fucking long neck one that eats leaves, all right? It's that one.
I think it's a Brachiosaurus is what they're called.
I don't give a shit.
Anyway,
that was the best scene. That dinosaur dying in lava was the best scene of the movie.
Like I can't even disagree because like it's 100% true. But like I remember watching this, I was like, man, this is just like that fucking Lost World shit. Like where it's like, oh, let's save the dinosaurs. No, they're fucking monsters.
Lost World was better. Vince Vaughn and Lost World was better than Fallen Kingdom. Dude, watched Chris Pratt's character in that movie is just so annoying. It's like, let me take this dude bro-ish asshole from the first film and just ramp it up times 50.
Just shove this guy straight up your ass.
Yeah.
Like, this is what you get.
God. Like I said, I only watched like 3/4 of it. I was like, I can't watch this shit anymore. I was like, I'm done with this. So.
Also, real quick, just before we move into the rundown, I went ahead and looked it up because it was bothering me. The big December releases this year are going to be Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which is probably going to be the best Spider-Man movie ever made.
How did I forget that?
Yeah, I don't know how I did
because the song, like the lead song for the film came out today with Post Malone and Sway Lee.
Yeah.
So I listened to it at the gym. So I can't believe I forgot that. So that's going to be a good one.
That's going to be a really good one. Then Aquaman, which...
Also forgot about that.
I hope it's going to be good. We'll see.
But even still, I'm just like, it's kind of like Venom for me. Like, I'll see it when I see it. Like, I'm not rushing to the theater to see that shit.
And Bumblebee comes out December 21st.
Dude, how did I forget that?
Yeah, I'm surprised. That's the one you're excited about.
That is a day before my birthday, and I have a feeling that's going to be really good. That's going to be good.
I will say I want to see Vice, though, when that comes out on December 25th. It's the movie about Vice President Dick Cheney.
Oh, yes.
It looks really good.
I also would like to see the new Jonah Hill film that he wrote and directed called Mid-90s.
I haven't heard about that one actually.
Yeah, it's kind of like
was he on Breakfast Club talking about that?
Yes, and Breakfast Club, he was on there for an hour.
Oh, really? I haven't listened to it yet, so
pretty long. If you like watching interviews, if you like Jonah Hill, if you like the Breakfast Club, any of that stuff, go check out. I've been listening to the Breakfast Club since they started, and that's one of their better interviews. Jonah Hill, he was really excited to be there. It's his favorite morning show. It would be like if I went there, because I just
like kind of geeking out a little bit about it.
Yeah, and it was really good, and they had a real good conversation. So I want to check out that film. It's his first film that he's written and directed. So and he's not in it at all. He's just the writer and director.
Yeah, I remember he said that he got into, because he was talking on Fallon, I think it was. He got into acting because he wanted to be a director.
Yeah.
So.
That's pretty much what he said. Like his whole life, he just wanted to create the stuff. So, speaking of Kimmel, I'm actually gonna switch to another late night.
Well, I said Fallon. Well, I was talking about
Yeah.
Fallon actually. So.
Oh no, you okay? Well, I'm
Did
gonna
I
talk
say
about
Kimmel?
Kimmel.
I didn't mean to say
No,
Kimmel.
you might have. I'm thinking about Kimmel. So
Oh, okay. I always watch
I
Fallon, so yeah.
I usually try to watch Fallon if I can stay awake, but that's very rare. But anyway, did you see Tom Holland on Kimmel finally premiere that new Spider-Man suit?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, he actually went on Kimmel and showed the new suit, and it's that black and red suit that we keep seeing everywhere, like in the pictures and stuff like that.
Wasn't that from like the Ultimate Spider-Man or Superior Spider-Man or something?
The Superior Spider-Man. The Superior Spider-Man is more of a dark blue, and it's kind of still hard to tell if this is a really dark blue or a black. But it's supposed to be more like a stealthy costume, so I'm thinking that it's black.
Well, because Noir Spider's in it too, isn't he? Like I saw a picture I thought that had him in it.
He's in the Spider-Verse movie.
No, but I thought I saw a picture that had him on set as well. I might be losing it. Who knows?
That would be a lot of Spider-Mans to bring into an MCU film. That's too much.
It'd be quite a lot of Spider.
Yeah, that's too much. But anyway, yeah, he was on there and he showed the new costume off. I guess all the pictures had leaked so much that Disney was like, "Yo, we should probably make this announcement, or people are gonna be pissed off." So,
real quick, sorry to just last thing I want to say about movies before we move on. Spider Noir suit captured on set of Far From Home. Set photos reveal Noir style stealth suit. So it sounds like he's just gonna have a stealth scene where he has like that suit on, just kind of like a homage, probably.
Yeah, maybe, but even so, Noir Spider-Man is like in another dimension.
Oh yeah. I'm not denying that.
So it doesn't even make sense.
I'm just saying that, like, you know how they like to do stuff like that.
They're having that scrub of an actor, Nicolas Cage, play him in the Enter the Spider-Verse.
Okay, don't you ever
fucking
say that about
like
the god of a man.
He's like top 5 worst actors.
Okay, just gonna sit there and act like you never watched National Treasure, but okay.
Anyway, every week we do a little thing called The Rundown, in which we bring you all the news from around the entertainment planet and give you our bullshit takes on it. Jacob, how many topics do we have today?
We only got 3 topics today, Brian.
Only 3 topics. We got a fucking lot of things to talk about. Not really. It's a slow week, slow month in everything. But the holiday season,
though.
Yeah, holiday season's about to. After October, it's pretty much. Really after next week when Red Dead drops, it's pretty much down. Yeah,
because next show that we film, we will both have been playing Red Dead for a couple hours at least.
Yes.
So maybe we'll give you guys our initial thoughts on that too. Everyone else has been able to talk about their first 5 hours with it. We'll just be able to talk about our first probably 30 minutes. It might finish loading by the time we
exactly
film the show.
105 gigs that you need to, but we'll get into it.
Yeah, we'll get into it. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
So let's get it started now.
Awesome.
We'll talk about Red Dead at the end, but Black Ops 4 has been out for a week now.
Mm-hmm.
People seem to love it. IGN gave it 3 different scores. They gave it they gave it an all-around game score.
Yeah, of a 7.
Because there's no campaign, so they can't give the campaign a score. Then they gave the Battle Royale mode a score.
Blackout is a 9.
Blackout, which they gave a 9, and then they gave Zombies a score of 8.5.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Is that what it was? We don't really do a lot.
It might have been a flat 8 if I do.
Yeah, we don't do a lot of fact checking here.
It's the bullshit part of the show.
Yeah, that's the bullshit show. We rarely have actual facts, but I do have this one fact. Black Ops 4 first weekend, $500 million worldwide success. That's the best Call of Duty entry so far, just first weekend sales. That is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy for a game that doesn't have a campaign mode. A game that thrived on its campaign for years said, fuck that. We're not doing it.
Because they realized how lucrative multiplayer became.
$500 million for the week. That is wild. The Black Ops series is my favorite Call of Duty series in general. I think those are the best games. I think they've done the best job with that. When it comes to modern or newer war shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, exclude like the old school war shit. That's obviously going to be dope. But I think Black Ops does it right every single time.
Now, do you think some of this, obviously the success we were talking about, earlier in the year, you guys can go back and listen to some of our earlier episodes. We had a bit of a discussion of whether or not this would be the year that killed Call of Duty. Because as soon as we found out, no campaign, we were both singing like,
it was over.
It's over. It's a wrap. You know? But apparently not. Apparently this blackout mode is so fucking good that it warrants a $60 purchase.
And I remember I even said, I even posed the question, will their Battle Royale mode be enough to take over for that campaign? And it was just kind of a question of, maybe, but we don't really know. Jacob, I don't know, is coughing or dying or something. He left the computer. He's back. Okay, he's back. So
I got a cold and I just kind of.
What I was saying is, we asked the question previously: will the Battle Royale, the blackout mode, be enough? Will be enough to ride that game out? Will that and zombies in the multiplayer be enough to hold that game up? And
it sounds like it is. Yeah,
sounds like it is. It sounds like they're not gonna miss a beat with having no campaign. Apparently, there's elements of the multiplayer and the zombies and the blackout that, you know, there's cutscenes and there's elements of it that give you a story.
It's like kind of like a training mode kind of thing is what they're doing.
Yeah, but I don't mind now that it's out and it's out in the atmosphere and you know, it is what it is. Like, honestly, I wasn't gonna play that campaign anyway. Let's be real. I was gonna get that shit home. I was gonna wait 4 hours for it to download on my system, and then I was gonna get right on multiplayer.
You were about to start trying to get them. What are they calling them? Are they calling them chicken dinners? Or are they calling it just victories or something like that?
Oh, I don't know.
Who gives a shit?
Blackout.
Yeah, who gives a shit?
I've only played 2 matches of Blackout, and it was on a friend's system, and it's fun. It's fun as fuck.
I didn't know you played. You didn't tell me you played.
Yeah, our buddy Mike has it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he ain't playing it. He got a kid now. He got a new baby.
He plays it when the baby sleep, but
yeah, that's what my friend Jeff does. He has the baby sit right beside him while he plays FIFA.
Yeah, but it's fun. Like it is so fun. Like the first match I played, 2 kills. I don't ever get kills on Fortnite. You know why? Because it's fucking impossible. Like,
people building and shit. Yeah.
Jump in. You can drive all the cars. You can lay down and go into prone. It's fucking first person, which I absolutely love.
For a shooter, yeah, it's kind of.
It's
so huge
cool.
Difference.
Like the shit that you pick up guns, but you also pick up attachments. You pick up perks like fast mag, sleight of hand. That you pick all that shit up. You pick up backpacks so you can hold more equipment. I don't think Fortnite is really gonna suffer from Blackout, because Fortnite, even though it's a shooter, it's not a shooter.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It appeals to a younger audience, obviously, too.
Exactly, it's not like a dark, bloody, grimy shooter like kill people type thing.
Now, do you think this will kill off PUBG?
I think PUBG, unless they do something drastic soon,
they're dead.
I think Call of Duty
dead in water right there.
There's no way right now PUBG, for how long it's been out, stands up to Blackout, to Call of Duty Blackout. From
every review I've heard, it's basically like this Blackout mode is PUBG times 10, basically. It's what PUBG should have been, kind of thing.
It is so it's beautiful. It feels great. The shooting mechanics are great. Again, I've only played 2 matches. I can't give you an in-depth review about everything. I've played 2 matches, but the 2 matches I played, I left saying I'm never playing Fortnite again. I deleted it. I deleted it from all. I don't have it. I do not have Fortnite on anything anymore.
I haven't played Fortnite in like 3 months now, probably. So I'm with you on that. If I don't know when I'll pick up Call of Duty, but I know it's gonna happen.
I'll probably get it on. I'll probably pick it up on Black Friday, because I'm already gonna get
Black Friday, baby.
Yeah, exactly. I'm getting Red Dead next week, so I'll probably wait to get Call of Duty. But
yeah, Red Dead's the most important, obviously.
It's really, really fun.
Awesome.
I had a blast.
The only other big video game release, I think, was Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Neither of us are big Assassin's Creed guys.
If you guys are fans of the show, new listeners of the show, you're just gonna have to learn that, like,
there's certain games we just don't give a shit about.
Yeah, we don't give a fuck about. Assassin's Creed is one of those.
I tried to play Origins. I tried so hard.
I tried to play Black Flag.
And it's a great game. It's a great game. I could not get into it.
Apparently people love Black Flag. Apparently that's like a beloved Assassin's Creed game. Mm-hmm. I hated every minute that I played it. Every minute of it, I hated it.
God damn. That's why the blog that we started originally didn't stay up too long. We're like, yeah, we can't afford all the games, and also like, I have no desire to play half this shit.
That's why if you guys go to our Patreon, donate some money, so then we can quit our day jobs, and then we can just play video games and stream and give you daily shows. I tell you what, if we could take this full time, I will bring back the written blog
and we'll put it up
I'm
on
not
our
doing
website. Oh, I will. That's what. Fuck you. I'm saying I will. We already have the rights to badwolfentertainment.com. We just got to make the website.
Yeah.
We start putting up real reviews and shit on there. But we don't have the time to do it because we're at work all day. So
At work.
please help us out.
At work all day. So, you want to switch it up and talk about
A little college football?
a little bit of college football? That's what we do on We Don't Know What We're Talking About. It's random time. We talk about everything that has to do with entertainment. Fucking sports, video games, movies, sometimes TV.
Sometimes a little music.
Sometimes music. Sometimes real news, like real news. Like
Yeah.
things that are happening.
Usually
in the
that
world.
falls to me.
So, but we don't even like to talk about that much because it's depressing and fucked up.
And it's super
the world
divisive
sucks.
too. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. So,
Anyway.
and we are like super. We're Jacob's an ally to the black community, and I am a black man. That's all I'll say. New listeners probably don't know because of my voice. I don't have a black man's voice, but I'm black. Jacob's an ally to.
They
the
probably
black
thought I was.
Jacob's an ally to the black delegation. So that's pretty much where a lot of our political views lie, if that's what you think. So
Yeah. And also, like the ad says that Jared read off for us, we don't want to tell you how to feel too. So that's
exactly. Nah,
that's
we
a big
never
feel
want-
that we're going for with the show too. We don't want to.
People aren't gonna agree with us. I'm gonna say stupid shit on here. I don't agree with everything Jacob says. We don't. We've
been
who
friends
the
for
fuck
20
are
years.
we-
Like, we're allowed to disagree with each other. You
Who
know?
the fuck are we to tell you how you should feel about anything?
Mhm.
About anything. So I just told you I don't like Assassin's Creed.
Yo,
it's like
you
one
hit
of the
that
most
anything
fucking...
hard as fuck when you said that. Anything.
I told you I don't like Assassin's Creed. It's like one of the most beloved fucking games, like franchises ever.
Yeah.
And it's trash to me. So.
So anyway, on that note, speaking of trash that everyone seems to love, Alabama's still number one in the fucking nation called football.
Yeah, you know, because they play fucking schools of the deaf and the blind every goddamn week. Sometimes they sprinkle a high school team in there, and we pretend that it's some fucking accomplishment that they win.
Yo, they play the Volunteers tomorrow. They play Tennessee tomorrow. Like, get the fuck out of here, man.
I know we've talked about how much of a joke Alabama's schedule is on the show before, but get the fuck out of here. I'm tired of hearing about Tua Tagovailoa being a Heisman #1. He plays middle school kids every fucking week. That's why he has fucking 10,000 passing yards in the first 7 weeks of the season. What are you talking about?
I will say, though, when they play these shitty teams like Arkansas State and Louisville, they are putting up over 50 points, though. They are putting up the numbers like they got to.
I'm not saying that, but I'm just like, yo, can we get some top 10, top 15 teams sprinkled in there within your first 6 weeks of the season?
Next week, they're playing LSU. I firmly believe
I hope
that's going to be a good game.
Joe Burrow, the ex-Buckeye, whips fucking Alabama's ass. I hope. God, I fucking hope
When you said whip, I definitely thought you were going somewhere else with that. But hey, whip it out.
So, yeah, Bama's #1.
Number 2 is your Buckeyes there.
Our Buckeyes are number 2.
They have one vote for #1 in the nation.
Which is probably Urban Meyer.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
Fuck yeah, we're #1.
Yeah. So.
Same reason why Iowa probably has a vote. But Clemson #3, Notre Dame #4, LSU #5 after a big win. They moved up 8 points, or 8 spaces, I'm sorry. Michigan sitting pretty at #6, jumped up as well. I think Michigan's going to get embarrassed this weekend, honestly, against State, but that's just
against Michigan State. You think so?
Yeah,
You think Michigan State,
I think
Sparty's not going to play.
I think Michigan is highly overrated. I really do.
When in a couple minutes when we get into our,
because Wisconsin's not that good, and that's their one signature win is Wisconsin. I don't think Wisconsin's the truth like they were talking like.
Well, first of all, when we get into our who I think will be in the playoff. Or even in those first ranking of
as the way they looked right now, who we think deserves to be.
I'll tell you who's in the playoff. But let me stick up for the old Badgers of Wisconsin for a second, just for a second.
Okay, have at it.
They have a defensive tackle playing offensive tackle right now. That's how banged up they are. Their whole team is injured.
Yeah.
So they were, I think, #5 preseason. Ohio State was #4 or something like that.
Then they
were right there.
Yeah.
They deserved that ranking, and they were probably the 5th best team in the nation at that point. But you can't help injuries. So, obviously, I'm a Buckeye fan to the death. Fuck everybody else in the Big Ten. But I will say that for Wisconsin right now.
Maybe I'm just a little sour because Wisconsin beat UNM. You know, my one of my alma maters there.
Yeah, one of.
Yeah, I got like 7 schools on my fucking docket there. But yeah, after that we got anyway, who gives a shit? After Michigan, number 7 is Texas. They had a pretty good win. Or no, they didn't play. Did they?
Texas beat Oklahoma last week in the Red River Rivalry.
No. They that was the week before this one.
Dude, I don't know.
They just beat Baylor. They just beat Baylor.
What games are good this week?
Let me finish out the top. I'm just finishing out the top 10, Brian. Number 8 is Georgia. Number 9 is Oklahoma, and number 10 UCF. Finally getting a little bit of respect. So.
And again, they don't play nobody either. So
yeah, they're.
I don't give a shit that you won 18 games in a row.
I think their first good game is going to be against like USF. It's like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
So big games this weekend: Michigan State, like we mentioned before.
That's the game of the week.
Yeah, they're playing at 12 noon Eastern time. That is on Fox. Anyone that's interested in watching that.
I think Michigan's going to win that one. I'll just go ahead and give my prediction. No,
I'm going with
State.
You
know that pains me to give Michigan any
credit whatsoever.
But I think they're going to win that game.
The biggest game of the week, though, if you ask me, is going to be NC State versus Clemson. 3:30 on ESPN.
If you want my prediction now, I'll say I'm going to go upset. I think State wins by a field goal. Somehow they get the ball last. Yeah. They march down the field with the final drive, kick a field goal, win the game.
Well, hopefully old boy from Clemson recovered from that concussion that he clearly suffered.
He played last week. He's fine.
They were off last week, so I don't think he played.
Nah, I've definitely seen him play since then. 100%.
Oh, yeah, they played against Wake. Did he play that game against Wake?
Yeah, he definitely played. Because I was even like, yo, how the fuck is this kid alive? How is he on the field?
Yeah, he got fucked destroyed. Good Lord. Hey,
so
whatever,
you want to go?
Whatever protocol.
You want to go? You want to go playoffs real quick? Who do you think is going to be in the playoffs?
Yeah, because the only other good game worth watching is going to be Oregon versus Washington State, and I don't think unless you live on the West Coast, no one really cares.
I'm going to go ahead and assume that Alabama's going to beat LSU this weekend. I don't want that to happen, or is that next week? You said that's next week, right?
Yeah, that's next week.
Well, either
Alabama
way,
plays Tennessee this week.
Okay. Either way, I'm just going to assume Bama beats LSU. Just for argument's sake, because it's Alabama.
Yeah.
Even though usually one time a year they really do struggle with one team. LSU could be that team this year.
Yeah, they still have Mississippi State on the schedule still too.
But anyway, I'll just say Bama wins. I don't think my Buckeyes are good enough on defense. To
finish out undefeated or what?
Yeah. I honestly think, and this pains me, but if I'm being absolutely realistic with myself and the world, I could definitely see Michigan winning the Big Ten right now. I think they're bad. I think they're really good on both sides of the ball, which is scary. Yeah. Now, I think offensively, Ohio State easily is the best team in the Big Ten, and maybe top 2, top 3 teams, maybe Ohio State, Oklahoma, and Bama offensively in the nation. I don't think we have a lot of holes on defense, especially with Nick Bosa now announcing that he's not coming back at all, that he's leaving the school.
Yeah, that's huge.
The NFL.
That is huge.
We were great with him on the field because he took a lot of pressure off our linebackers, but we've been weak at linebacker from the beginning. I said it in our pre-college football preview. We were going to be weak at linebacker. So I don't know if Ohio State can pull it off, but right now I'd give Michigan the slight. So I would say Alabama, Michigan, and Dude, it gives me like the worst taste in my mouth saying that every time. Alabama, Michigan, Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame.
Yeah, there's no one left on their schedule. There's no one left.
And they're good. And usually you could say it's not fair that Notre Dame's going to get in undefeated. They don't.
Oh, yeah. They're definitely better than they normally are.
But they're good. They're really good.
They beat Michigan already.
Yeah, they're beating teams. So I think if they win out, I feel like they deserve it. And then
agreed.
I'm gonna go Oklahoma, man.
Really?
I think Oklahoma looks good. Even that loss against Texas. I mean, fuck. They drove down the field. It's a rivalry game,
though. You know, like that's
they drove down the field and scored with 2 minutes left on the clock.
Twice.
It's just
It wasn't really a drive. It's just that quarterback. Murray, he's so fucking fast.
It just is what it is. So I'm gonna give that 4th spot to Oklahoma.
I feel you.
I would have gave it to West Virginia, but
after that Iowa State loss, it's hard to do. As a West Virginia fan, it's hard for me to say too.
Because I was actually thinking about this conversation earlier, and I had West Virginia in there, and then I was kind of looking at score. I was looking at the games and stuff like that, and I was just like, that Iowa State loss is kind of bad. So,
well, I can tell you as someone that has watched West Virginia for quite some time now.
Oh, well,
they're going to lose another game at least.
One second before I really do want to hear about your 4, but
yeah,
just because I am a diehard Buckeyes fan. I'm not saying that we can't do it, but with the way our defense has played over the last 3 weeks, I think getting deeper into that Big Ten schedule, it's gonna get bad.
And I will say that because basically
Ohio State still has a great chance. Because it's either gonna be Ohio State or Michigan. It is what it is.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It sounds like your opinion on that one game.
Yeah, exactly.
And with it being a bigger rivalry as it is, anything could happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I completely agree with what you're saying. But you're saying as of right now, if you were to choose
right now, if
who
I had
would
to
win
choose
that game, you would say Michigan would probably win.
I would say Michigan. I think Michigan's better on defense. I just think they're all around better on defense. So
I understand that. That's understandable. I understand it. It's understandable. So my top 4 right now, I got Alabama. They're probably going to go undefeated. LSU is the best chance of them losing. Auburn's not really that good this year. Mississippi State, they kind of hang around the top 25. And those are the only 2 other ranked schools, or not ranked, but only 2 other teams I can see having any chance at all.
LSU is kind of like Ohio State's Michigan this year. You know what I'm saying? LSU could ruin Alabama's season, whereas Michigan could ruin Ohio State's season.
The only other thing I can see happening is if possibly Alabama loses in the SEC championship game. You know what I mean? Yeah. When they have to go against Georgia or Florida, because it's going to be one of those 2 teams.
Yeah, I agree.
I actually have Ohio State right now in my top 4. I think they're going to win out. I think they will be able to take down Michigan. And also, I'll preface this by saying, even when I was saying I don't think Michigan's all that great earlier, I did not watch the Wisconsin-Michigan game. So yeah. The last time I really watched Michigan, a full game of Michigan, was against Notre Dame.
They're good.
And I think that's, the way you're talking now, it's making me wonder, maybe it's just more of a testament to how good Notre Dame really is this year.
And that was the first game of the season as well. So, Michigan's good. Don't see what. Yeah. And fuck, dude, I'm literally my heart is splitting into fucking pieces every time I compliment Michigan at all. But it's they run the ball really well and they're really good on defense.
So I also have Notre Dame in my top 4, but I am going to round my top 4 out with Texas.
Ooh.
As much as I want it to be UCF.
Hook 'em.
Hook 'em, whores. Hook 'em. But, I think Texas, they beat the toughest team on their schedule with Oklahoma. If they win out, which they have the ability to do, the rest of their schedule, the toughest team they play now is West Virginia. And let's face it, my Mountaineers have a history of letting me down late in the season. They're probably going to lose to Texas, and they're probably going to lose to Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So Texas has a good chance to win out here. LSU is most likely going to lose a game. Clemson, I do not see having the depth to go, because they almost lost to Syracuse after they lost that quarterback. They got lucky.
I didn't put Clemson in.
Well, because we both think that they're going to lose to NC State this weekend, I think.
Exactly.
An undefeated NC State team, they'll get looks, but they would probably lose in the ACC championship too. So, because you got to remember the championship games.
If they were to win the ACC, there's no way they're giving NC State a playoff spot.
I agree. I would love to see it. I think it would be amazing. I live right across the street from
They would put the Big Ten championship. They would put the Big Ten champion and whoever loses the Big Ten championship in. They would put both of them in before they would put that. Before they put that NC State.
Georgia could get destroyed by Alabama 60-0. With 2 losses, they put them in. But honestly, I would love to see UCF make it, but I just don't see a single team left on the roster that Texas could lose to that would take them out of the running. Because Texas is one of those schools that people like to see in that top 4.
Oh yeah, they definitely have they have a viewer bias. They'll put them in the play.
The same way Notre Dame gets granted Notre Dame's the truth this year, but
you could say the same thing about honestly, you could say the same thing about Ohio State.
Oh yeah, definitely. I have said the same thing about Ohio State before.
Any big bowl game or in a playoff, people are going to watch it, and they know that, and that's why they're going to put them. They're going to try their best to put them in those positions. I think the year that Ohio State won the national championship, they probably shouldn't have gone. 2014, they probably shouldn't have even been in that playoff, but they let them in and they won. So it is what it is.
So out of nowhere, by the way, just to let you know, the Twitch chat just blew the fuck up. Didn't see where that was coming from. So appreciate to everyone that decided to hop in there. I'm not really paying that much attention to the chat because we are filming the podcast right now, so I appreciate it.
But
yeah.
So just quick, who's winning it?
Overall,
as of week 7 right now, or week 8, who's winning the national championship?
I mean, you can't say anything other than Alabama right now.
Yeah,
I mean, they haven't. I mean, like, as much as I hate to say it, like, they've not shown anything other than dominance the entire season. I mean,
you got a quarterback who is arguably number 1 or number 2 in the Heisman race. A lot of people interject them and him, the Alabama quarterback and the Ohio State quarterback, Tua and Dwayne Haskins. Those are, favorites for the Heisman. And then probably Greer in third, I would probably say after that.
Yeah, after Greer's performance against Iowa State, I don't see him fucking doing his job.
So, but I mean, it's pretty much Bama and 3 teams that can't beat Bama that are going to be in the playoff.
Yeah,
so
that's what it feels like right now. I mean, again, if we see them struggle against LSU, these top 4 spots will probably change, but we'll see.
Alabama does struggle against scrambling quarterbacks. So
true. If they face Oklahoma, they're fucked.
Yeah. All right, so I guess we'll get into our last topic of the day, which is what's probably bringing a lot of our listeners this weekend, which is Red Dead Redemption 2.
Red Dead.
It is coming out on Friday, and we're both excited about it. I mean, we have 65 guaranteed hours of things we have to do because that's how long they said the campaign's going to be. And
150 other hours of just fucking around,
Exactly. Jesus Christ. Because so what are we expecting? I mean, when you really break it down to its simplest form, it's Grand Theft Auto in the Wild Wild West.
Now, from what I'm understanding, though, with Red Dead 2, though, is that they're going for a much more realistic feel, though.
So we're talking about, like, Horizon in the Wild Wild West?
I wouldn't say so much Horizon, because, Horizon is robotic dinosaurs. But, it's more of, like, from my understanding right now, is it sounds like it's almost a Wild West simulation, is the way it's coming across. Which, obviously, it's going to be also tied in with video game aspects, like you can kill a guy by shooting him in the dick, for Christ's sake.
You didn't play the first Red Dead, so what are your expectations? Like, what are your expectations for a Red Dead game? My
expectations for this game is literally like what I just said. I think it's going to be a Wild West simulator, and I'm super excited about it. I've never played a Western style game that I liked. Because I did not, like you said, I didn't play the first Red Dead. So, and everything I'm seeing about it, like, good Lord. Like, I have the option to just fucking pull my, it sounds like it's almost like Skyrim in the Wild West. Like, I could just, like.
Yeah, I would say that is a good comparison.
Like, I could just pull my fucking gun out on someone for fucking looking at me funny.
They might shoot
back
at you.
Yeah, exactly. But they might run away scared. They might. Whenever I'm dealing with people, I have the option to either just beat the shit out of them or coerce them kindly into doing things I want to do. So I don't know. It's just it seems like it's just so deep. My brain's getting flooded right now trying to think of what to even say I'm excited about. Like there's just so many things in it. I don't even know what the story's about. Honestly, I don't even care.
I'll get to the story later, but I did play the first Red Dead Redemption. I loved it, and honestly, the first one was Grand Theft Auto in the Wild Wild West. Up and down. It's a Rockstar game. That's just what it was. I do think this one's going to be way more complex than that. They really seem to be driving home this story and this campaign. Like it's really important to them. Kind of scares me that in such a big sandboxy game where there's so much to do, that there's 65 hours worth of a campaign to complete, because that is so long for a world where you can do everything that you want to do. There's so much to do.
There's so many distractions.
Like in Spider-Man, for example, there's a shit ton to do, but at the end of the day, there's only so much you can do. But that is not going to be.
The story's very compelling as well, so it makes you want to continue that arc. The same way Horizon was. There was so much to do in Horizon, but like the story was so good that like you wanted to go to the next point.
So is the story going to be so good that I just want to power through the story
and then do all the fun stuff afterwards, or
am I just going to want to enjoy the world? And if in between missions, if I want to do some wild shit, that's what I'll do, which is probably what I'll end up doing.
Straight wilding.
Because that's how I play Far Cry and that's how I play Grand Theft Auto. Like, I do the story, but I'm also doing just wild shit and having fun, throughout the thing. So,
Now, well, with that though, it seems like every NPC in this game is going to have a memory. So, like, you can't,
there's over like 5. Dude, I could be making this number up. I think I heard 500, but I think there's over like 500 different NPC voices recorded for the game.
Jesus.
Yeah. So
well, I mean, like, there's like full teams devoted to just horse physics, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Like,
it's gonna be good.
The game is how many years in the making? Like, obviously, there's a lot of details in it.
Yeah, and it seems like a lot of people, including yourself, who didn't play the other games, are really excited about it.
Oh yeah, definitely. God,
it's just like the hype of the name of the game, like Red Dead Redemption, like just the name itself brings so much hype.
And putting a 2 after anything,
yeah.
Like even if you make your first game of something, put a 2 after it.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's not really too much. I mean, obviously, there's not a lot to say about it right now. The game's not out yet. We haven't got to play it. We don't have our hands on it.
Yeah, we don't want to like just spout what you guys have already heard from.
Yeah, exactly.
People like Jared
Everybody's
Petty,
seen the videos. I'm sure people have been watching and listening to Red Dead Radio. Jared Petty. I think he said he's played maybe like an hour of it, but
first 5 hours, I think, isn't it?
Oh, did he say 5? I thought he said an hour, but again, we don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah,
but he's seen a lot of it. It's out there. There's things for you can go watch, but we'll have more to say about it.
And also, I mean, like, I really want to go in a little bit more blind. I wish I didn't know as much as I did, almost. Just because
I think the game, the actual like story gameplay trailer came out today. Today's Friday, or it came out yesterday?
It was yesterday. It was yesterday.
And I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I saw it on Twitter, and I was like, I'll watch that some other time.
No, I didn't watch it purposely because like I've said tons of times on the show, once games start to get really close to release, I black out everything that has to do with it because I just want to go in and play the game. That's just
once you know that you're gonna buy it, like, okay, that's all I need to know. Like, I'm just gonna enjoy it when it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of those things, like, games like this and Spider-Man, like these story-based games. I don't really like streaming them either because I like playing them on the big 4K TV and stuff like that. Like,
and so those are the type of games I play most, are like big story-driven games. So another reason why I don't stream a lot, because I'm not going to talk to you while I'm in another planet. You know what I mean? Like
I'm literally trying to live this fantasy right now.
There's no way that I would have been able to play Horizon and be with an audience and be in that world at the same time. There's no way. I would.
Shit.
So
I could barely play Horizon with you in the room with me.
Exactly. So.
You were making so much fun of me when I was playing that game. Like, Jacob, it's open world. It's open world. Run away from the dinosaur.
Well, you're not good at video games.
I'm really not. That's what makes it so much fun for me.
Make idiotic decisions.
I could play a game on normal difficulty, and I get all the excitement of the way the devs thought it would play out, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not just like cheesing through, like, in sports games, like, I have like legit like 10 and 6 seasons of Madden because I'm not that good.
That's what I thought about.
But no,
so I think that's the...
Yeah, we're both super excited about Red Dead, obviously. Real quick, I want to talk to you about the 100-hour work week scandal that's been going around.
Dude, I don't really put much weight into it, man. Like, it's a video game.
Well, also,
it's a movie.
My concern about it, though, is so many people at Rockstar have come out and said, we've never been asked to do this.
Do that. So
if we do it, it's voluntarily.
Yeah. If this was like a thing, like there was a lawsuit going on, like mad people at Rockstar like came out and was like, yeah, like my wife fucking divorced me because I was here making Red Dead Redemption for 5 years, 100 hours a week. You know what I'm saying? That's different, but it's like one little person, like, oh yeah, like some of them had to do 100-hour weeks because this is the hardest game they've ever. Which they have said this was the hardest game they've ever made. But
it shows. It looks like it's paying off.
So it's just like whatever. If it was a real concern, I think it would be a bigger thing. But it was one headline. It was one little thing about it, and then it was just kind of seen as like a joke. Like, oh, okay, well, whatever. It wasn't really what they said it was. So
it's like if I were to come on here after the week I just had, like, oh, I just worked 100 hours this week. Because I'm tired,
Yeah, exactly. It
like,
might have felt like it. But...
all I gotta say is, Jason Schreier's on the case the single greatest video game reporter of all time. So we're gonna get the truth out of this regardless.
We'll get it.
I mean,
we'll get it.
Yeah, he's gonna take care of business on that one.
He's like Wojnarowski, that sports reporter who gets like all the fucking hot takes. You get like the sports news on your phone and it just says Woj next to it.
Like, okay, Woj, like just go to bed. Shit.
Yeah. So,
did you really just fly red eye to get the story?
Yeah, for real. Like go to do something else. But I think that was the rundown, right? That was it?
Yeah.
Our news topics for the day?
Yeah, I think that's about it. So, Brian, how about you tell them what's dropping this week?
What's dropping this week? New releases. We got, oh, God, where'd my little list go? See? This is what live shows do to you. You just lose everything. New releases. New releases for this week. Just Dance 2019 is releasing October 23rd on all platforms. Nickelodeon Kart Racers, October 23rd on all platforms, which... I don't know. I might be kind of interested in that.
I'm more than just kind of interested in this. This is gonna be a party game. This could get streamed a few times with some friends.
Yeah, I want to see what that looks like when it comes out. But
you can watch the little video now. Shit.
Yeah, but I want to see like real shit. Like I want to see how fun it is. I don't want to see like a trailer that the company, that the studio put together.
Look how good Chucky looks.
Yeah, exactly. Marvel's Spider-Man.
The Heist.
The Heist drops October 23rd. That is the first DLC package. That's going to be for PS4, obviously. It's the first DLC package for Marvel Spider-Man. It comes with 3 suits and the new storyline, The Heist, which is the Black Cat story, which is one of 3 parts of a much bigger story that we'll get, obviously when all the DLC comes out. So I'm excited about this because I am dying to get
more story from this
Spider-Man.
game. God,
yeah, I really want to get
so
back.
good.
So, Project High Rise. Architects Edition releasing October 23rd for the Xbox One.
What is that? Do you mind me asking? Do you know? Okay.
I don't know. I don't have an Xbox One. Right. Only you do. And I just thought I'd put it on here because it was on the list of upcoming things coming out.
And I'm actually selling mine because I have a fucking supercomputer now. So why would I get an Xbox?
So, Castlevania Requiem, Symphony of the Night, and Rondo of Blood, which are just high-res remasters of those 2 games, are coming out October 26th for the PS4. And, of course... Topic of the day, new release of the week, Red Dead Redemption 2, coming out October 26th on PS4 and Xbox. Description reads, America 1899, the end of the Wild West era has begun. After a robbery goes badly wrong in the western town of Blackwater, Arthur Morgan and the Vanderlyn gang are forced to flee with federal agents and the best bounty hunters in the nation massing on their heels. The gang must rob, steal, fight their way across the rugged heartland of America in order to survive. As deepening internal divisions threaten to tear the gang apart, Arthur must make a choice between his own ideals and loyalty to the gang who raised him.
Quick question. Now, that's verbatim what it says. Like, you copied and pasted this?
Yes.
They wrote badly wrong?
Directly from Rockstar's.
Wow, you can tell they're computer guys, not word guys. Fucking badly wrong in the western town.
He literally copied and pasted that from Rockstar's website.
Well, that's good to know. Well, that means they're working hard on the actual game.
Yeah. So those are your new releases for the. There's no movies or really anything TV wise going on this week.
So Brian, we know that Red Dead comes out on Friday, but just so people don't have to come back and listen to the podcast twice, where can they get those dates?
If you would like to see all of these dates, you can check it out over on our Instagram at Wolf ENT or our Twitter at Wolf Crew, and we post those dates every Monday.
Fucking sweet.
So, fuck. What we gave? We gave him an hour?
Yeah, we gave it to him for a good hour.
Nice hour. Do you have any announcements you want to tell them? Give the new listeners, give the people anything? Any new information?
Nothing too huge. Obviously, we can give them, the Twitch schedule. Obviously, will be on here when we do the show. We will be tweeting that out as well. I tweeted it today from my personal Twitter, which will give you all that information down below as well. Talk about it later. But we'll be posting that on the Bad Wolf Crew Twitter as well, just so we can make sure if people actually want to watch the show live, we give you guys that option. Also, I just want to kind of talk to you guys about what the plan is for this show, what we see the future as. Hopefully, Brian can help me out with that a little bit. Basically, what we want this show to be is we want to be able to build a community where you don't have to have opinions forced on you in order to talk about games, talk about entertainment, talk about the media. I mean, like you said earlier, we're not going to talk about, a whole lot of like actual news. We'll bring it to you every once in a while when we feel like it's important. But in the past we have had episodes where we definitely, just bash on Trump and shit like that. So like, just be prepared for that too. Cause like, I mean, we are both leaning left a little bit. I think we're both, independent, politically, but as of right now, obviously, even most independent minded people are leaning a little bit left. So just be prepared for that. But
our biggest goal for the show was always to give it back. Was to have the fans be control of the narrative and of the culture of the things that we love.
Exactly.
Every day we wake up, we watch the news, we listen to our favorite podcasts and all that shit, and we're told what to think, we're told what to like, and all that stuff. And our big thing was we have our own opinions, and the people who
watch us should have their own opinions too.
Who intake the content and the people who are pushing the culture and the people who put all their time into it and fans and every super fans and all that stuff, they should be what drives things. They should be what drives the trends, what drives what's popular, what drives the news. So that's always been our thing. It's always been two regular fucking guys who record this podcast in a closet. I literally am sitting in my spare bedroom closet. I record this podcast, and Jacob is literally in his living room, and we're just two fucking regular dudes who love this shit.
Yeah.
And we just like to talk about it. It's normal fucking conversations that we would be having every day.
Yeah.
And we know tons of people who feel like they don't have a voice, or they don't have a place they can just listen to non-bullshit. Like, this is non-bullshit. If I don't like something, I'm gonna tell you I don't like it. If I love something and other
Oh. Did I just lose Brian?
people don't like.
Oh, there he's back. Oh.
No, I'm good. Are you still?
Oh no, like the Skype kind of cut on me there. I'm sorry.
Everybody should have the attitude of fuck you. Let me think what I want to think.
Exactly. And and if you can't think for yourself, then maybe you need to spend some time trying that out. And Skype is frozen, so I don't know if Brian can actually hear anything I'm saying. I'm hoping it's going through. Of course, this is the episode where we're expecting a lot more people to be watching it, and then of course, fucking Brian throws it out. So. And that's another thing. Brian records on a really shitty laptop with a pretty shitty internet connection. So, that's one of the things. We just do this because this is what we want to do. We've been best friends for like 20 years now. We've had, these opinions that we share with each other all the time. We argue about stupid shit all the time. But I mean, ultimately, it comes down to the fact that we're best friends. We want to what we do best is talk shit.
Yep.
And we figured if there's any way to use that skill, it's by doing this, putting it out there. And I don't know. I think we're pretty entertaining. I mean, if this doesn't work out, we're gonna try and write a TV show probably. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the next plan.
That's the next step.
But I think that's it. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Come check us out. Hit me. You can hit me on my Twitter at call me Mr. Bad. I'm on there. Come holla at me. Ask me questions. I'll answer anything. I'll talk about whatever. So hit me up on that. Jacob, where can they find you at?
I'm at Bromo. I was about to say Bad Wolf. Sorry. I'm at Bromosapien TV on Twitter. I always put up there whenever I'm going live on Twitch, usually on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and occasionally on the weekends as well. But don't ask me too many questions on there.
Yeah, no, you can come to me. I'm actually trying to really get my Twitter up, so please come holler at me on there. I'll talk to you all day. We'll interact. I'll argue with you. You can tell me how shitty I sound on the podcast. You can tell me if I was wrong about something. All that. I'm down for whatever. I'm down with the Twitter talk. So
only send me compliments, guys. Stroke my ego.
He's a sensitive soul.
I am the snowflake that all the conservatives talk about.
So.
All right, guys. That'll do it for us. Just to reiterate, places where you guys can find us. We're on Instagram at BadWolfENT. We are on Twitter at BadWolfCrew. We are on Patreon. Surrender the handle. We are on Patreon at www.patreon.com/BadWolfEntertainment. And real quick shout out to that. Any dollar that goes towards that helps us build this dream, and we greatly appreciate it. We have some things in mind for what we want that Patreon to be as well, but we need to get an idea of what the community is going to look like. Right now, the only thing we have promised is once we hit $300 a month, we're looking at giving away a free video game a month. And obviously, that's probably going to change too, because I mean, 300 might be a little steep for that too, because we're really trying to give back on that. So, Also, you can find us on Twitch, of course, where we're filming this every either Friday or Sunday, and that's www.twitch.tv/bromosapien. That'll do it for us, guys. Just remember, you ain't got to do shit to run your mouth.
Peace. Later, y'all. Thanks.
All right, that went well. Hopefully there's no issues with that Skype freezing up there. I think the Audacity should have fixed it, but let's make sure this is. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. So appreciate everyone that came out to watch the stream. Looks like Major Feels, Frankly Proven, Great Lakes, Shooter McGavin. Sorry, Shooter McGavin, if you're still around, his top 4 are Rutgers, Nebraska, Navy, and Appalachian State. Pretty weak top 4, guys. Don't go with that one. I mean, I think Appalachian State only has 1 loss to Penn State, actually, though. A lot of hook 'em horns in the chat today. People got real hyped about that. A lot of repeats on the chat. Lots of football. That's it. Okay, cool. Yeah, didn't miss too much there. Sorry for you guys not getting that chat a little bit earlier. I was trying to read off the top 25 at the time. So appreciate everyone that came out of the chat. If you haven't yet, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, help build this show a little bit. We really appreciate it. We'll talk to you guys next week. I'll probably be on here tomorrow night, actually, playing a little bit of Total War. So later.